It is happening. It's confirmed. iRacing is making an official IndyCar game with the Indy Next series. I understand this is an Indy Lights hat. This is huge. This is amazing. Um, and this is what IndyCar needs. This game is set to release some point in 2026, and this is what's going to be my welcome back to YouTube. What's up, y'all? Um, Later on in today's video, we are also going to talk about a bit of the Milwaukee race for IndyCar and a bit about the Daytona race for NASCAR. Not full breakdowns; those will start eventually. Um, IndyCar is getting its own console game for the first time, I believe, in my lifetime, my 18 years of life. IndyCar is going to be available to play, not through Forza, not through iRacing on itself, on its very own console game. This is crazy. This is great news. NASCAR, as you all I'm sure are aware, is getting its own game this October in NASCAR 25. IndyCar 26 will release next year at some point. My guess is around the same time, Labor Day weekend area would be my guess. But with the timing of this announcement and the fact that they already have the NASCAR game down, there is a possibility that this game doesn't take as long to produce. And we do not know how long they have already been in production for this game. We also know that Motorsport Games, I believe it was Motorsport Games, yeah, Motorsport Games was working on their very own IndyCar game a year or two ago, and IndyCar bought what was left of that game and can now do whatever they wish to do with it. This is a huge deal, and I'm not sure if anyone really gets my excitement over it. I've been watching IndyCar since the day I was born. Not literally, but I mean, basically. Ever since I was a little kid, I grew up around the corner from the track. Being able to go home and play, race on these tracks, play as these drivers I watch on the TV, and the Indy Next drivers, the drivers who aren't on Big Fox or Big NBC, never have been. That's amazing. And what I would love to see in the future is to get the USF cars on there too. IndyCar doesn't have a big chain like NASCAR does, where they have ARCA, Trucks, Xfinity, ThinkUp. They have NTT and Firestone, and then the USF Pro, USF, and USF Junior programs. But no driver has ever made it from USF Juniors, or really from the USF chains, if I'm corrected, up into big IndyCar, which is the difference from the NASCAR chain. Um, this is going to be a huge deal, and I am super excited to see how they get it done. And I'm going to give my demands and my hopes for this in another video, likely releasing later this week. Um, and then I will expand on that once the NASCAR game is out, what I would like to see from the NASCAR game and what I would like to see change from the NASCAR game. But this also means that we're going to be getting historic tracks and tracks we've never seen and haven't really been able to race on for the first time in a game. Now, the calendar is so small and so selective. Indy Next. Oh, no. So sorry about that. Indy Next at this point in time does not race at any tracks that IndyCar doesn't, which is a huge difference. And I wonder and I want to see some of these tracks that Indy Next doesn't race at, but IndyCar does. Will we be able to race Indy Next cars at them? And that's my same question right now for the NASCAR game that's going to be coming out. Will I be able to take Cup Series cars and race them at IRP? And on the IndyCar side of things, I would like them to port over or do what EA used to do with the NASCAR games. Make your own tracks, just a couple of them, to sort of boost or buff up the track list. and add in the testing tracks or alternate circuits at some other tracks. In the current schedule for this year, add in those tracks, especially the tracks we aren't going to be returning to. Have that as an option in the game. I think it should be the same for every motorsport game. And for IndyCar, any tracks that you could race at right now, or that are potential tracks, or the tracks that IndyCar is associated with right now, add them. Add them, add them, add them. Sebring, even thermal. I want it in the game. I want to be able to go. Okay. On to a quick debrief of the Daytona race, Coke Zero Sugar 400. Beautiful race. Best plate race that the Cup Series has had at Daytona since the next gen era started. One big wreck. Other than that, very clean racing, not much fuel saving, and people are trying to make the finish controversial, not very controversial. And this is one of the best playoffs that we've had in a few years, where the drivers that are in it for the most part have earned it. There really isn't any Mickey Mouse wins in there. Yes, SVG's in it. He did win 4 races. He's won a lot of races to this point in the season. Dylan won, and he's very low in points. He won on speed. Barry, no one talks about him being in, and the way he won. He won very early in the season, and he won on speed. Like I said, this is one of the best playoffs that we've had in years. It just shouldn't be a playoff format in IndyCar. I hope with my heart and soul that they never implement a playoff system. And I hope that Fox doesn't pressure them to. And it wouldn't make sense for Fox to pressure them to, because Fox doesn't even get the playoffs in NASCAR. Fox doesn't talk about the playoffs, really. Fox doesn't have anything to do with playoff systems. That's my thought on that. Blaney with an excellent win, locking Bowman into the playoffs. Nothing changed heading in than heading out, but it locked in drivers, and there was drama till the checkered flag. And the format wasn't set until the checkered flag, which is always true, I guess, but still. Then the race Sunday, Milwaukee Mile 250. Excellent race. This race needs to continue coming back. If this race performs on this level for another year or two, it will not even be arguable at that point. That will be an IndyCar crown jewel. And we obviously already have two that are known throughout the world, really. One of, if not the, I want to say the most iconic, but one of the most iconic street races in the world, the Long Beach Grand Prix. For Indy cars, and obviously the Indy 500. What are those other two races? I will talk about that at some point in the offseason as a video. But Milwaukee, known for first-time winners and first-time oval winners, especially. We saw that those both happen on Sunday with Christian Rasmussen passing the 8-time winner on the season, Alex Palou, and claiming his first ever victory in an ECR Chevrolet. My one issue with this is that ECR won. As you all may know, I'm a very big VK fan, so I'm very biased against Ed Carpenter Racing. But I was very entertained at this race and very ecstatic to see what this team can do heading forth next year and what IndyCar will do with this package. Also, we're going to be getting a game. Back to the game. The game will have the DW12, which is what I hoped for. We're getting a game in the era of the DW12 before this new chassis takes over. Before we even get a look at it, which is perfect. That's what we needed. Some very historic runs have been made in this car. I want to be able to see this car from the driver's perspective. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on Daytona, Milwaukee, and about the brand new IndyCar game down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and criticize all you want. Yeah, if you're excited, make sure to show your support for this game. If we show our support for this game and for this media, there will be more to follow. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. Peace.